Hi guys, Hayden here. I did a Q&A probably about a month ago, and I haven't gotten to them because I've been so busy. So I finally wrote them all down. I'm going to answer you guys' questions. I got about 20 something questions here, and if I say your name wrong, I apologize. Some of your Twitter handles are a little different, but here we go. I'm going to go through the questions and see what we have. Okay. At Ace the Husky, what is your favorite thing to do in Fursuit? That's pretty easy. One of the favorite things I love doing is, especially at cons when non-furries are there, bringing their kids or just have a bunch of questions about the fandom. That's what I love doing. I love mingling with regular people when I'm out in fursuiting, like taking pictures with them because it's just a cool thing to them. To other furries and fursuiters, a suit you see suits all the time. So when people are seeing a fursuit for the first time, it's sometimes mind-blowing to them. Either you get like a cringy reaction or they absolutely love it. But either way, mingling with people is probably one of my favorite things to do. Okay, at Colt Sky Hunter. How did you and Morty meet? Okay, two people asked this question. Actually, you met through a mutual friend. I was having some trouble with the person at the time, and he's like, I have someone I want you to meet. And so he introduced me to Maury, and I think it was like 3 days later he came up, and we started hanging out, and that was it. I knew he was the person I wanted to be with, and we were together for about a year and a half now. Okay, at Kairu Flufflefox asks, favorite con and why? Actually, at the moment, it just changed for me. Used to be Fernal Equinox, but now VLSC knocked it out for me because this year at VLSC is probably one of the most amazing con experiences I had. Plus, the fact that it's in the desert, I mean, Desert Fox, I mean. But besides that, the venue was amazing. The people were amazing. It being a casino, there's always something to do. I love that there's so many things in walking distance. There's so many places to eat within the hotel itself. I love the way it was set up. I love the way the dances ran. It was just amazing. That's been the best con I've had in like 2 years. So that definitely knocked out a few cons for me. Okay. At JJ Black 99, is it easy to play guitar in Fursuit? No, absolutely not. You can't see anything. It's bulky. My ears get in the way. You can't play in pause. It's just a nightmare. You basically put the guitar on and hope for the best, and usually it just sounds terrible. But you do what you can do. All right, Spicy Marble Fox. Okay, how much wood could Woodchuck chuck if Woodchuck could knock Norris? I have no idea. I I don't know. I can't help you with that one. That seems like a personal question. Okay, at Gray Poet Fox, have you ever scraped someone out? Yeah, all the time. You can't mess with this. Okay, at Rye Rhythm, have you ever caught your ears on something? Yes. My biggest enemy at cons and stuff is exit signs. I hit my ears on exit signs all the time in little hallways. I hit them on doors. I hit them on people. I hit them on other ears. These get in the way a lot. But it's the life of a fennec. You get used to it. Okay, at Dark Pulfa, what is your dream car? Probably the longest standing one would be the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, but that's more like unreachable dream car. The dream car I want the most to be able to buy is an R33 Skyline, which will be available in the United States within, I think, like 3 or 4 years. I'm hoping. Because CEVA 25-year law, we can't have them. But soon. Very soon. Okay. At Not Vaitru, he had a couple questions. Favorite con memories? Probably has to be my very first con, which was AC 2014, is when I met my one of my exes. It was just a surreal experience meeting my boyfriend at the time for the first time, being at my first furry con. I'll never forget that AC. To me, that was just amazing because that was the first time I saw a bunch of fursuiters. It's a surreal experience. AC is like a fire hydrant to the face if it's your first con. It's just so much to take in at once. It is crazy, but that's probably one of my favorite con experience. What else he has? Who have I been most excited to meet? I don't know. I don't get that hype that much about meeting different people because I don't know. Probably one of the people I was so excited to meet was actually at BLSC this year was Sunny Dingo. He's been a good friend of mine forever. We talked online for a while, did a couple of Vine compilations. So the first time I saw him was amazing. Even though I basically had to fight my way through a crowd of people just to get to him because he's Sunny Dingo. Everybody loves him. All right. And then top tips for furs just starting out. What I get the most is don't get discouraged if you're in the fandom and don't have a suit. It's not that big a deal. You don't have to have a suit to be anybody. Stay original to what your first goals are in the fandom. Like, don't try to branch off and be something you're not, whether it deals with, I don't know, trying to get as many followers you want. I don't know. Do something unique. Like, try to do something that catches people's attention, that, I don't know, makes people happy. Just never do stuff just for followers. That's the worst, most thing I can say is never, don't do just stuff just for attention. Try to entertain people over getting Twitter followers. I don't know. All right. Forte the Fox. Can your ears allow you to fly? I think I'm too fat. No, they definitely wouldn't be able to. Maybe a lighter fennec, yes, but I'm too heavy. They just fold. They do catch a stiff breeze, though. I have had my head bent back a few times from a stiff wind, but I think I'm too big to fly. All right. Xandaful says biggest fursuit crushes. I don't crush too much on suits. I don't know. It has. I know the number one. It has to be Strobes. He's just too beautiful of everything. There's nothing wrong about him in every single way. He's just the pinnacle of perfection, and he's a total sweetheart on top of that. So he's definitely, I have to say, my number one, because also he's a very good friend of mine too. So he's definitely number one. Okay, think of a name. Daily routine. Usually consists of getting up, going to work at 7 a.m., coming home at 3:30, unwinding, and then going for a run. I usually try to run every day, and then obviously playing guitar is a big part, and then just keeping up on social media because it's like a job at some point. But nothing out of the ordinary. If I'm with my boyfriend, usually we just end up chilling, getting food, and watching movies. Pretty standard. Okay. Asher the Deer. Who is your favorite band? Oh, that's easy. It's been since 2006, Angels and Airwaves. Absolute favorite band. Nothing come close to them. I've been listening to the same album at least every day. Their very first album, We Don't Need to Whisper. So they're by far, they have my heart. They'll always be number one. Okay. At Taviana3 Rivera. Are you the real Fen? I think so. I mean, I'm open to interpretation. I guess I am. I could be. Okay. At a crazy femwaf. The obvious. How long have you been a fur? Probably have to say John, 8th or 9th grade, probably 12, 13 is when I first started getting into the furry art. And then back then I was actually creeped out by fursuits, which was funny, ironic. But I really got into the furry art. I loved it. So then I started diving into the community. I didn't actually even start talking to anybody in the furry community until I was about 18. So I was too scared to talk to anybody. So definitely, I've had to say 13. So maybe about 10 years now. So I'm 23. Okay. At AshKey Star, what is on your head? We've been over this. Their ears. It's not hard. I don't know why you asked me this question. So you know this. I love you. Okay. At Clubwolf, do you like cheese? Yes, I like cheese. Who doesn't like cheese? It's the best. I mean, I'm vegetarian, but like, cheese is like a guilty pleasure. A mac and cheese at the end of the day, oh, so good. Blue cheese on my salad, yes, please. Okay. At Furry's Rules, how did you come up with your name? That's actually a pretty good one. One of my favorite movies of all time is called Contact, and if you ever watched it, you know that the premise of the movie, they get a sound from space sent from a star system called Vega. And I've always liked that name, so I always kept that interpreted my character. My first name, Caden, actually came from Ratchet and Clank in one of the series. I don't remember what game it was. You find out that Razz's father's name is Caden, and I absolutely love that name. Because I mean, I'd had my character for a long time, but he's just kind of was just me, my real name. I didn't really have a name to him until later. And then when I finally made a name, that's what I picked. I love the name Caden. It just stuck. It fit him so well. And then I got last name from that movie, so that's where Caden Vega came from. Yay, now you know. Okay. At Good Old Rect. Can I get some of your sexy cuteness in a bottle? I think that's illegal. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. No. I'd have to say a no on that one. Sorry. Okay. At Albec Howler. My imagine suggests you play a lot of video games often. Is that true? No, actually, I really don't. About the extent of me playing video games is when I'm visiting my boyfriend. We'll play some Forza or Nazi Zombies. That's about it. I don't play very many video games. I don't have time to. And usually I'd rather be outside running or working on my cars or playing music. So video games, not so much. At Culture Dropout, have you been a bad girl? I sure hope so. Yeah, duh, always. I don't know what a good girl is. Okay. At the Buzer, I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. How do you do your eyeliner? Just practice, I guess. Watch a couple YouTube videos on it and just keep practicing over and over again. It's gonna look like shit the first couple times you do it, I promise you. Usually just do it in a mirror with good lighting. That's the best I can suggest. Just keep practicing if you're learning how to do it. Okay, last question. At Night Savra, how was working with For the Wind Studios? Absolutely amazing. The people at For the Wind were so good to me. I became really good friends with the maker. I really do think that they're going to be one of the next great makers. They've been making some amazing stuff. The communication was good, the pricing was good, and the quality is good. I have no complaints on this head whatsoever. They completely made Caden exactly how I had in my mind, and I could not be happier. I actually had a few other fanatic fursuiters come to me and tell me, "Oh my gosh, they did your head so well." I'm thinking about commissioning them, and was like, "Yes, they did it perfect." There's absolutely nothing I would change on that. So that's how For the Win was. I'd highly recommend them. If you do go to them, tell them I sent you. I'm a good friend. So that was all the questions I had in my first Q&A. I hope you liked it. This is going to start on my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to start posting stuff more. Subscribe to me if you want to see more of this. Tell me what I need to improve on. And I'll hopefully have another one of these soon, though. If you have any more questions, please watch for my tweets. And thank you. I really hope you enjoyed this.